Hey guys, it's Hayes with CheatSheetPros.com, and it is Friday, January 13th, and we are on the verge of a 3-day weekend, so I'm pretty excited. So one of the things I wanted to do is I always recap sports betting and daily fantasy, so today I wanted to focus on player props / prize picks. So if you're familiar with our cheat sheet, we have our prize picks tab over here. It's posted in the morning, updated again about 90 minutes prior to lock. So what I did is I went back yesterday on the 12th, and I added a column for the actual result for whatever the prop was. And I put in the difference between the cheat line, the last 7 average, and then projections, and sorted it by streak, and then win percentages, hit rates, last 5, last 10. And I want to kind of show you, and I made it real big where it says winner or loss. One, why I don't like raw projections, and then two, just kind of how everything panned out. So first, let's just take a look at the cheat line. So our cheat line here, we're going to sort this by gap. We're going to go high to low to see the biggest differences. So this is a difference between the cheat line and the actual line. So here, let's see, Royce O'Neal fantasy score 22.5, and we projected it at 29.8 for a difference of 7. So we're going to sort this so we have a fairly large gap. And gaps over a couple, I get a little over button that pops up here. He ended with 32, so he ended up doing really well. So when I sort this by the gap on the cheat line, I want you to kind of see wins and losses. Just kind of scroll down here, take a look. So overall, about 50-50, nothing great. Had some good wins, had some good losses. And again, this is without any, research, just putting it in there blindly like, hey, this is what it would come out at. Let's look at last 7 now. So I'm looking at the last 7 average only, so no projection or anything built in. We're going to sort this by the last 7 days, the players with the highest difference of what they're averaging versus the prize pick line. And you can see here it did a little better. It tails off kind of here when you get in this 4 to 5 point range. You could see a lot of those dropped, but out of this top section here, we had 2, 5, 7, 9. So 9 and 5. So 9 out of 14 hit of the top plays, so that's not too bad. So right here, what I would notice when I'm looking back is, so if they're averaging 6 or more off the line, then that's something that might jump out. But again, if you have something like 3-point shots made, block steals, anything like that, you're not going to get a difference of 6. So keep that in mind when you're looking at an average. And then you come over here. I guess we could look at that as a percentage too. That would be interesting. Now, when we look at the raw projections, let's take a look and see how that did. So looking at the raw projections, so on the top end, not bad, 5 and 2 for the top plays, but then look at this. They kind of tail off and the projections are falling a little less than 50-50. Now, some of the other things, so you can sort by your cheat line, the last 7 average, the raw projections. I don't recommend the raw projections. But here we have our confidence percentage, and so we built in some hit rates and then some gap modeling. And so if you sort this by confidence percentage, just high to low, and yes, some of them slide over 100. It's a math thing. Don't worry about it. It does much better. Look at this. So 4 of the top 5. And then we've got 8 and 3 for the top 11 on confidence percentage. So that's pretty good. And then if you slide down here, you get another 3 out of the next 4. And then we go on a little streak here where they were a little bit tighter. 50-50 plays dropped a little bit, but the top half was pretty good. So I like picking plays out of that using confidence percentage. Now I want to come over here to streak. And one of the favorite things for people to do is sort by streak. So you probably can't see this a lot. Let me scroll over here. And you see this. So we have our game logs for the last 10. And there you go. And it's green if it goes over. It's red if it goes under. And you can kind of see what they did for that particular stat. So having the game logs is a lot of fun. And it lets you look back and kind of see, if they're, kind of what they're doing. But when we sort by streak, one thing I want to point out is look at this. Look at the top 5. So the highest streaks, you say streaks don't matter. Look, if they have a streak and the last 7 was an over, all 5 won. The top 5 streaks with the cheat line, the top 5 won. But the raw projection had them all slightly going under. All of those lost. So to me, that tells me looking at a streak is more beneficial than looking at a raw projection. So that's one of the things. Last 5 hit percentage, that's going to be pretty close to what the streaks are. But the last 10 hit percentage, I want to sort by that. And same thing, look at these top, oh, what's this, 6? Let's look at this top 6 here. So the top 6, where the cheat line agreed, all 6 of them hit. That would have been Jalen Williams, a couple Plumlee, Harden, Luka, LaMelo, and then we lost the Donovan one. And then also the last 7, when they were over, that one, but the raw projections had them going under just barely, so those lost. So raw projections, be very careful with. So what I noticed by going back and looking at this is I want to look at the sort by the streak and then see what the cheat line and the last 7 also agree with, and then look at the last 10 hit percentages and then see what those two agree with. So here you would have got 5 plays. Here you would have got 6 plays. Last 7 average had them going slightly under. And you notice on the updated sheet, you get a lot of these fantasy scores. So it took me a minute to go back and calculate those in the background, but I've got it where I can go back and kind of take a look at this. So I thought that was pretty interesting and just wanted to share with everybody.